So, if we're being completely honest, this Kendrick Lamar album is probably his worst album to date. And if you can't agree with that, you're being biased as fuck. That's not to say that Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is a bad album, it's really not, but by comparison to his previous work, there really isn't any competition. Some might say that Damn is his worst project, but at least Damn had some long-lasting hits. But today we'll be discussing it further as we review this album track by track.
In this lifetime.
So we open up the album on a very haunting note as Kendrick is doing some self-examination. He touches on different topics like materialism, coping mechanisms, and loss, which is just a taste of what to come on this album. It's sort of a therapy session, a mature, well-written, and greatly produced therapy session. I particularly like the production style on this song. It's very much jazz-inspired, although it can be erratic at times. And as you can tell, this album would be a fun listen. It might be a bit emotional and heavy at times, but still fun. So, great opening track. So N95 is a bit more of a high energy track. It's also the name of the type of mask that we wore during the pandemic, if you somehow forgot that. And here it's a metaphor for persons who try to hide behind these masks for who they truly are. Kendrick here is calling out a lot of things that he believes to be fake or just like unnecessary, like clout chasing, woke culture, faking being rich, etc. His tone and rapping style here is a lot more aggressive and fast paced, and he flows pretty good for a topic that is as dense as this. I'm not sure if Baby Keem was credited as a feature on this song, but you can definitely hear him throughout. It's really great.
I caught a couple bodies myself, slid my community. My last Christmas toy drive in Compton handed out eulogies. Not because
so on Worldwide Steppers, we're introduced to one of Kendrick Lamar's guys, that one on sex assault charges, Kodak. No idea why he's here, probably to serve as some sort of parallel if Kendrick went down a different path, some shit like that. I don't care. We also learned that Kendrick Lamar was a fan of snow bunnies. Did not know that. The production is easily the biggest standout here. It's eerie and minimal. It's a bass line that's just looped with every now and then some piano strings. Now, I may not be the biggest fan of the concept or the feature of this song, but what I will give Kendrick is his ability to put himself out there, to stick his chin out and fully accept that he is responsible for his own demise, accepting his flaws and his shortcomings. I can give him that. It's very mature and very responsible. I really respect this track. I'm not a fan of Die Hard, the song or movie. But seriously, if we're being honest, Kendrick Lamar on R&B songs hit sometimes, and sometimes they fall flat like this. I just wasn't feeling this track. He just doesn't fit the aesthetic. I don't like his singing. Amanda is great, love her. I just don't want this music.
Them streets, my life is a plot, twisted from directions that I can't see. Daddy issues all across my head. Told me fuck.
Father Time is fucking incredible. Like, this shit nearly brought tears to my eyes. This song feels like something from Good Kid, Mad City. Honestly, this song is up there, like top 2 Kendrick Lamar songs. Like Pride from Damn and this, top 2 Kendrick Lamar songs of all time. And then Sampha just solidifies how incredible it is. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. Go take a walk, go take a drive, listen to this song. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Like, it's great. This song has done so much for me. I love it.
Trying to keep the balance, I'm staying strong. Stop playing with me before it turns to a song. Stop playing with me for it.
This is as soft as I need Kendrick to be. It's still listenable. It doesn't feel like he's out of his element. It's palatable. I can dig this. The production is great. He flows nicely. I can tolerate this. I would appreciate this compared to full-on R&B tracks from Kendrick.
Bitch, then come fucking up my shit.
Fucking up your shit. Bitch, you must be bleeding in some more shit. Bitch, I don't own.
We Cry Together is absolute cinema. This is by far the most accurate depiction of a toxic relationship. This is art. Like, the dialogue is so real. The choice to cut deeper than necessary, to bring up old shit, to not let shit go, it's so real. I don't know if he got a Grammy for this song, but he deserved it. Taylor Page, her performance here, magnificent. And then it ends in sex. Like, this nigga has really been through it. I appreciate this song so much.
It be torn and I'm walking. Rolling sevens, I ain't ready for no.
Purple Hearts is another track that I did not need. It is great on Summer's side, great on Ghostface side. I just don't need Kendrick.
Man, sleep ain't never had a vest with that. What's fair when the hearts and the words don't reach? What's fair when the money don't take things back? It's rare when somebody...
Count Me Out is another filler track that didn't need to be here. It's introspective, yeah. It does serve a purpose, but I don't see myself revisiting this track if I'm listening to this album.
No, I can't please everybody. Wait, you can't please everybody.
Crown is a sad pool of emptiness. It is a constant reminder of pain and failure. It is incredibly depressive to listen to. The track talks about self-sacrifice, this huge pressure of responsibility, and some self-reflection. The piano really brings the idea of the song alive. It's an incredibly emotionally intense track.
Why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why you keep fucking with me?
Just because a track is catchy does not make it good. The hook is terrible. Kodak is awful. This track doesn't deserve to be on this album.
But he is not your savior. He is not your savior. Mr. Morale, give me high five.
The dialogue that's happening on Savior feels like a privileged position to be in. It just doesn't resonate with me. I see the importance of it. It just has no relevance in my life. But it is his album. It is his perspective. He's allowed to do whatever he wants. So, I guess.
My auntie is a man now. I think I'm old enough to understand now. Drinking Parmesan.
Auntie Diaries is a surprisingly progressive song here that talks about the experience of a trans person. Now, for as progressive as this song is, I still don't think that using the slur was the best decision. The song would have still been as impactful as it was, and it doesn't add much to it. Now, I get it was a different time, before social media, before woke culture, etc., but I still don't think it was the best decision to make. Think about it like this. Like, imagine if Jack Harlow made a song about growing up with a black friend and how we used to call him a nigga. Like, that, it doesn't sound right. It's weird, right? There are certain instances where using a slur or something of that nature is not really acceptable, but if it's committing to the bit, I get it. Like, in a sense of comedy, whether that be Robert Downey Jr. in blackface or that guy, that comedian Bill, like, in those instances, I think it works because it gets the result. It's funny. It helps the art. Here, it doesn't. And then you go on in future songs to talk about don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman, that's law. And then proceed to bring white bitches on stage to say the N-word. Like, this fake woke culture thing, I can't. Controversies aside, it is still a great song that gets its message across. I would recommend that you take a listen. I really like the fact that you can tell whenever Pharrell produced a track. It is like he's the top 3 producers of all time. But this track is heavy as shit. There is a lot of trauma here, black trauma to be specific, that we choose not to address or just put a mask in front of it rather than actually have a conversation about it. Abuse, sexual assault, violence against women, poverty, all these things that our community has to face, which I would take a lot more serious if he didn't put fucking Kodak on the album. Why the fuck did we
Christmas, family ties, they accuse my cousin. Did he touch you, Kendrick? Never lied, but no one believed me when I said
Mother I Sober, which I'm sure everyone has heard now because of Drake and how he tried to spin it, but it's a good song. I can say that safely. Can I be nuanced about this track? Can I dissect it? I probably can, but what does everyone want to know? Did Kendrick Lamar get diddled? He didn't get diddled. That's the main takeaway. He did not get diddled. And even if he did get diddled, it shouldn't be a point of, something to make fun of. That's pretty sad. Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Whap, 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 whap. But yeah, I think you should go revisit this song. Just take a listen. It's a lot. It isn't like a Sunday drive song. It's something to just take in.
Lately I redirected my point of view.
Mirror is the last track on this album, and it serves as a great closure as we see this therapy session end and this journey of healing begin. But let's talk about the album. Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale, and the Big Steppers. It's probably a 6. Again, it isn't a bad project. I've just seen him fly higher, and it's way better than what his peers can produce. So, just based on comparison on his previous work, I'd give it a 6. I've seen better. The album is deeply personal and filled with emotional maturity. However, there's some hypocrisies that I just can't look past. Kodak. This project really felt more for him and less for us, which I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Also, there are a couple filler tracks and R&B tracks that I just thought didn't work here, which he could have done without. Standout tracks for me would have to be Mother I Sober, Father Time, and We Cried Together. Those are my top 3. But you can let me know yours, whether you agree, disagree, any of your thoughts on this album. Links to it will be in the description. Please form your own opinion, and thank you for watching. Bye.